Alrighty, I found a different game to play. Fuck Cuphead, you know? Just fuck it. Let's play something else. What is which? Oh, jeez. I don't want to read all that. I didn't mean to hit that. Alright. So it's basically a psychological horror game, blah blah blah. It might not be suitable for people going through depression, suicide, or anything of the sort. Listen, I'm here if you guys want to talk. Honestly, I just kind of want to see if there's subtitles on here. I mean, I guess because alright. Can you now? Thank you. Hey. I see. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally obvious to any attention that she might draw towards herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. Key? Bye. Alright. But it's just the kind that works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she was going to chase after me like this, I almost felt better off running away. However, I just sighed and idly waited in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I'm not going to say that in any kind of way that's not going to make it sound sexual. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I mean, I would never ignore you. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on which club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. Alright, if you want me to do sound effects, I'll do the damn sound effects. I did? I'm sure it's positive that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly getting by on the average while spending free time on games and anime. I mean, I've never related to a main character. Who knows, you know? I was just talking about how I was worried that you won't learn about how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the fuck is a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yeah. Why do I have myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things and I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Hey, Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but then I saw you here just staring and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, that, we could go to the locker rooms and bust one out real quick. You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. No. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Me? Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. And since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president, not president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsu made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or is she as cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay. Yes, let's go. Let's not. Please. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul out for a cupcake. Yep, yeah, you did. I can't pronounce words. Dejectedly followed Sayori across the school upstairs and a selection of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the door open to the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It is a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All the words escape me in a situation. I see a train coming. I see a nice... No. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsu. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name apparently is Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns backwards to the other girl. Back towards the other girls. Anyway, Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears incredibly more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Mocha, is that right? Monica? That's right. It's great to see you again. Mocha smiles sweetly. She wants it. I'm telling you, she wants the D. We all know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Mocha was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Sounds about right. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Mocha. Come sit down. We made room for you at the table so you can just sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcake. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about we make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. So I already mentioned that it's been widened so that there is one more space to sit next to Mocha and one space to sit next to Sayori. Natsu and Yuki walk over to the corner of the room where Nancy grabs the wrap tray and Yori opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? I'm not going to continue that voice that just heard. Ta-da! I say as I still continue the fucking voice. Ooh. Natsu lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats, little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! So kawaii! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't do this. I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsu. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Mocha, and I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsu gets quiet. I can't help but to notice her sneaking a glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsu. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but it's not for you know? You dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsu's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down in the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Mocha raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Mocha that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? I mean, there's one or two ways that's actually happening, girl, and I don't think you want to do the second way. As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Okay, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could possibly be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Aha! Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the policies around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, the publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if you encourage others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put things that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something doesn't grab your attention like literature. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically I can't speak English. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering the old things I've read over the past year, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsu's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorite are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity, craftsmanship behind them are amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems reserved, timid, and since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of the books, not of people. I'm sorry, energy drink. It is a lot of fucking reading. I knew it was gonna be a lot of reading. But I didn't expect that much. I thought it was gonna be like it reads it fucking for you, but apparently not. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberate and take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read horror. I read a horror book once, desperately grasping at something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsu's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsu? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind that last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't You Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsu and pats her hands on her shoulders. Who would have thought I was going a different direction? I'm not cute. Natsu, do you write your own poems? I can't talk without stuttering today. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsu averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsu feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsu feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsu and Nayuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then the next time we meet, we will all share them with each other. Let's not. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? No. Monika smiles warmly at me again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. Won't me come forth? What's been on my mind the entire time? I never said that I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls staring back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Oh, Kazi. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. Of course you are. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Oh, of course you will. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came by for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Okay. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat. Yuri and Natsu clean up the food. Hey, since we're already here, wanna walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Alright, and I'm going to have to call it that for the end of this episode.